Hi guys, I wanted to just go live today on Facebook, my first ever live broadcast. I wanted to talk about something I posted on a blog a few years ago in 2013 about childhood, sorry I think we just lost connection there, about childhood obesity. And in that blog I stated some reference material that was from the National Obesity Forum. So I just wanted to just go over with you again what that basically said. Now it said data, I'll read this to you, I'm going to just read it. Data on 4 to 11 year olds from 3 independent cross-sectional surveys published in the British Medical Journal showed that in 10 years from 1984 to 1994, now this is going back a few years, so you can imagine like the numbers are going to be slightly different. Now the percentage classified as overweight of children classified as overweight was from 5.4 to 9% in boys and 9.3% to 13.5% in girls. So this is data from the Health Survey of England, and it indicates that in 2001 approximately 8.5% of 6-year-olds and 15% 15-year-olds were obese. I want to just see if basically yourselves, you can comment or post something on here as well. Our kids aren't getting enough exercise. Basically, they're cooped up indoors, and they're not getting the opportunity to run around, and it's really, really sad. And they're not being able to develop fundamental movement skills that they need to be able to go on and live happy, active lives. Basically, a little bit of what I posted. I'm going to repost this blog actually because I think it's really, really important to actually get it out there again. Being physically active every day is important for health, growth and development of all children, babies, toddlers and young children. So babies should be encouraged to be active from birth, okay? Before your baby begins to crawl, it should be able to do things like grasp and pull and push and move their head. And once they get into toddler age, so did you know that we should be getting our toddlers actually moving around for like 180 minutes? That's 3 hours a day. Obviously spread out across the day, inside and outside. But 180 minutes, that's 3 hours. I don't think toddlers are getting 3 hours a day at the moment. I really don't. I mean, it's energetic activity like skipping, hopping, running and jumping, but I don't think kids are getting active enough. That's on a climbing frame, climbing up and down, playing in water, chasing games, ball games, all sorts of games to be running around and getting their heart rate elevated and just being active. But all children under 5, I'm just rereading some of this stuff I posted. There's and in children under 5, there's growing evidence that lack of activity and increasing behaviour can increase poor health as they get older. What counts as light activity for children? Well, moving around, walking as a slow pace, less energetic, standing up, sitting down, that kind of thing, and obviously being energetic as well. So energetic activity for kids: running, dancing, swimming, climbing, skipping rope, all those things. And then once you get into the older children, then basically the physical activity between the ages of 5 and 18 should be about at least an hour a day. At least an hour a day physical activity, and that is rigorous, I think. For 5 to 18 year olds, rigorous activity. 1 hour a day, walking to school, playing in the playground, bike riding, running around the park, throwing boomerangs, flying a kite, whatever. it needs to be a good level of activity, and it allows them to increase their movement skills as well, so agility, balance, coordination. It gets them working those movement patterns as well, so you can also start doing a little bit of strength work towards the older children as well, so it's muscle strengthening activities, sit-ups, push-ups, football, exercise bands and everything like that. But basically, just let's get our kids active. Instead of letting them sit down for too long in front of the TV, in front of iPads, playing computer games, or being in the car too long, then you know that the detrimental effect of them not actually moving their body is going to be people. Oh, hi Georgie. Is going to be. Thanks for watching. The detrimental effect of the kids nowadays not actually being able to move their body is going to be a generation from now that is going to be costing the health service a lot of money because of the potential health implications, diseases that being obese can actually cause on your body. It does a lot of pressure. It puts a lot of pressure on the body. It puts a lot of pressure on bones, ligaments, muscles, your heart muscle. It has to work a lot faster, a lot harder to actually to pump blood around your body and everything like that. So I really think that we should be getting our kids moving a lot more. I really do. I hate to see children sitting around for too long. I know they get a lot of sitting down in school when they're sitting down at school doing working, and they're getting a lot of benefits obviously through their schoolwork, but being physically active as a child is going to help them learn, because the connection between being able to have confidence in our body, so our coordination and our mind to body connection is going to transfer over into our mind connection to learn academically. So the problem with children not being able to use their body and get those fundamental movement skills and get good coordination with themselves, know and have good an idea about where their body is and how they're moving their body, is going to, again, it's going to follow on into their schoolwork. If they're not getting enough exercise, they're not going to be able to sit down and concentrate enough, because they're going to have pent up energy. They want to get moving, they want to be doing things and everything, and so they're not going to be able to sit down and concentrate properly at school even. And I think if we show and if we model these behaviours ourselves, so if we're really good role models and if we show children, that's right, all over the world they need to do more to obesity and above all exactly. It is going to be a global epidemic. It really is. In Western society, it's going to be a global epidemic. The children are their weight for their age is too much. And I think if we are really good role models, and if we model this good behaviour and actually show our children what fun it is to actually move our body and learn new skills, kicking a football, catching, throwing, receiving, playing in the park, obstacles, climbing in and out of obstacles and up and over things and in and out of tunnels, and just literally moving our body. And if we actually model that behaviour, then our children are surely going to follow suit, because that's what children do. Children see children do, and I think it's up to us, this generation, to show our children to actually model the behaviour and be a good role model, what it is to eat healthy, what it is to eat fruit and vegetables, what it is to move our body and have a positive outlook, I think, because otherwise I don't know what they're going to be like when they're older, but they're not going to be able to cope with the strains and stresses of life if they're not being able to exert and I find exercise is a great stress reliever. Sorry, I'm just reading what you've written there, Georgie. No, there isn't enough youth movement, especially when there is an element of being able, or I am disabled, and for me there's not much youth movement. No, there isn't, but I think that's a learning thing as well. I think people need to learn more in where that's concerned, and learn what we can actually do. Sorry, I'm in the gym. And learn what we can do, and knowledge about what we can and can't do, and how able somebody is in themselves to what they can and can't do, and to what level. It's great watching the Invictus Games and stuff like that. So it's a really good role model. They're really good role models to actually show children and everybody what people that are not as